Happy New Year, everyone. Bunny Berry here. It is the first day of our 100-day WholeFu challenge. And today, as promised, we are going to talk about what is food. Today we're going to be talking literally about the food that we put into our mouths. Tomorrow we'll be talking more about lifestyle food and how that also helps to nourish our body and our minds and our souls and our hearts. But today we're going to be talking about food that we eat. And I have two special helpers here with me who are going to help me determine what is food and what is not food. So I've got Beckett. Yes. And Riley. Riley, can you say hi?
Hi.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Oh, finally, he's going to cooperate. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at some foods, and the kids are going to help me decide if this is really a food or if it's something that we might think is a food, but we should think twice about. Okay? So, Riley, let's go. You help me do the first thing. Riley, look at this. What is this? Do you know what it's called? A grapefruit.
A grapefruit.
How does it smell?
Kind of like grapey.
Kind of grapey. It has a good smell to it. Now, Riley, do you think that you could find this growing on a tree? Yes, you could. Beckett, do you think you could find this growing on a tree?
Yep.
Somewhere out in nature?
Yep.
So, would this go into the food category or not food category? Food, that's right, because we can find it growing out in nature. We're going to put that in the food category. All right, now let's look at this. Do you know what this is?
Noodles.
These are ramen noodles.
Noodles.
Ramen noodles, and they taste delicious. Do you like the way they taste? They taste delicious. But have you ever gone outside and found a ramen noodle tree?
No.
No, there's no such thing as a ramen noodle tree. So a company made this. And it's got a list of ingredients on the back. And I'm going to ask you.
Let me see.
Okay, you look at the ingredients. And let me ask you if you have ever seen any of these things growing on a tree or a bush. Have you ever seen
I'll take a picture.
monosodium glutamate? Do you know what that is? Can you say it? Yeah, well, good try. But that's something that that a person created in a laboratory. So would we consider this a natural food or not a food? Beckett?
I got one. I got a picture.
Okay, good. Beckett, since we can't find this out in nature and it's got things that have been made by a man in a laboratory, would we consider this a food or a not food?
A not food.
A not a food. Okay, we're going to leave the ramen noodles over here. Oh, but look, Riley has already put some other things into the food category. Because she's smart and she gets this game. She understands that an apple, have you seen an apple tree before? But do apples grow on trees?
Yep.
They sure do. And look at these.
Banana.
Did those grow on trees? They do, actually. And you see all these brown spots on the bananas? Do you think the brown spots on the banana are good or bad? What do you think?
Good.
Yes, you're right. You know why those brown spots are good?
What?
Those brown spots mean that the banana is ripe. And when the banana is ripe, it's also ripe with enzymes that help the body to digest the fruit. So when you're out picking out your bananas, don't overlook the ones that have got brown spots. Pick the ones that have got brown spots and eat them up right away. Because when the browner they are, the sweeter they are, and the more the natural enzymes are already starting to digest that food inside of the peel, and it's going to be easier for you to digest too. Now let's look at one other thing that, could be a food or not a food. Okay. What is that, Riley?
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal, that's right. It's Quaker oatmeal, and it's made with 100% natural whole grains, which mean that the whole grain is still intact, and a grain is something that grows out of the ground. So is a grain a food or a not food?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Very good. So we can put that in our food category.
I will.
So when you are thinking about what foods you're going to choose during this challenge, think about it in the simplest terms. Does it grow on a tree? Does it grow on a bush? If you're doing a raw food diet, then you're going to choose fruits, vegetables, seeds, and nuts. Keep it very simple. If you're not quite ready to go in that raw food category, you can choose to slowly transition yourself by eating a whole food diet. And over here on the stove, we have some whole food cooking. In this pot, you will see, oh, it steamed it up. Traditionally, here in the South, we eat collard greens and black-eyed peas for New Year's. And that represents all of the good luck and money and dollars and cents that we're going to get during the year that help make us prosperous. Both. Okay. Oh, you want a food? Is it a real food or a not food?
I want
A real food.
snack.
You want a food snack?
Yeah.
Well, you guys look dig into a food snack. So I'm going to go make these two a real food snack, which they have requested, and it's actually, hold on.
Can we have food dessert?
Food for dessert, yes. And it's actually going to be a raw food snack. But if you're not quite ready to make that transition, go ahead and get some real food, some whole food, put it in the pot, and start cooking it up today. You're all done doing this? Me too. So we're going to... I'll wash it for you. Hold cha-cha-pa-pa. So we're going to wrap this up. You guys, think about what kind of food. Go through your cabinets, look and see if you've got real food or not real food in the cabinets in your house. Try to take all the not real food, and during this challenge, remove it from the house and only eat food that you could find growing out in nature. Whether you cook it or eat it raw while you're transitioning is up to you. So, can you guys help me out by ending this video?
Are nature.
No, they're not.
Because they're made out of potatoes.
Okay.
They're made out of potatoes.
Okay, I need you guys to do one thing for me. I need you to both turn around and say, eat your veggies. 1, 2, 3.
Eat your veggies.
Happy New Year.